Senator Williams.
I have to leave, so I want to cast my vote. But before I leave, I do want to make a statement. I heard the comments regarding the fraudulent voting. Let's concede there are circumstances or moments where that occurs. I never heard a response to and I heard about the court created these things. I heard all that. But what I never heard was a response to, okay, there's this thing which is created a Dropbox, which apparently people do like and it helps. But you know what? There may be some potential for misabuse. You never responded to suggest, when I said an ATM machine, you never responded to using new technology to guarantee its safety. What you did was get rid of it. Republic or democracy? This is not a dictatorship. As you mentioned many times, it's the will of the people. The will of the people comes in one form equally in this country, the right to vote. Black, white, Latino, Asian, rich, poor, rural, suburban, urban, Democrat, it doesn't really matter. It is the most stabilizing force of the republic or democracy in the history of mankind. Removing one mechanism of expressing that through a vote and not fixing to correct it is very much in opposition to what you are articulating. There's nothing in what you've said other than your irritation with the court overstepping, people fraudulently voting, nothing about, well, this thing exists. That's like somebody saying, you know, when cars were created, and there are people who complained about cars. They thought horses were the thing to keep going forever. But you know what they did? They improved cars. They reduced pollution. We didn't have public education. People thought it was okay not to have public education. I can go through a series of things that courts have decided, society has decided, the legislature has decided, but we've used them because we've improved upon them. We even have a constitution which amends and allows a person like me to sit here equally like everyone else and have the right to vote. We improve things, we don't remove things. And so I'd like to make for my statement, again, minus all the irritation of the court, minus the fact that you found fraudulent voting, how do we make this thing that people do want usable? Because to be very clear, even if you force everybody to go back to the good old days, we have to go to a polling place, there was fraudulent voting there. Matter of fact, the last outstanding case was by a Republican senator who got caught. So you know what we did? We didn't get rid of voting, we improved it. We figured out a way to make it more secure. Your decision to remove something doesn't make the voting process enhanced, doesn't deal with the angst of the voter who's out there thinking the government doesn't have a daggone thing to do with, you know, what a Dropbox. There's a lot more to do with us not performing our jobs and having back and forth conversations about Republican or democracy, rather than figuring out how they have the access to express themselves directly to you and me through a voting process. With that, I'll close, and thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And just to respond to the main point of your comment, again, this goes back to the fact that the court created this and the legislature did not. It is a strictly legislative function. They created something that is being used outside the law, outside of the Constitution. So it's incumbent on us to go back and even decide if we want drop boxes. The legislature's never decided whether or not we want drop boxes or not. We haven't. That discussion hasn't been had. So we have to decide if we actually want them, number one, as a legislature. And we have to also, if we do, we have to make the decision on how those things are going to be implemented.